everyone, I am teacher Jasmine. Welcome to our online environmental science class. I hope you're all doing great and safe. Okay, let's get started. Our lesson for today is about natural disasters. The objectives for today's lesson are 1. Define natural disaster. 2. List the type of natural disasters. 3. Identify natural disasters that affect the Philippines. And 4. Determine the reasons of occurrence of identified natural disasters. To achieve these objectives, I will be showing you video clips. You may take down notes as you watch. Are you scared when nature gets angry? Or are you amazed by what nature can do? The video clips you watched earlier are natural disasters. Let's find out its meaning. Natural disaster. Wikipedia defines it as a major adverse event resulting from natural processes of the earth and other geologic processes that causes loss of life or damage property. It typically leaves some economic damage. Now, let me discuss the types of natural disasters. 1. Tornado. This is a strong, dangerous wind that forms itself into an upside-down spinning cone and is able to destroy buildings as it moves across the ground. The U.S. leads for tornadoes. Hurricane, cyclones, typhoons. These are storms. They are all the same weather phenomenon but are called differently depending on where they occur. Avalanche, a mass of snow, ice, and rocks that slide down the mountain and buries everything beneath its way. Avalanches are the most common in European countries like Switzerland, Austria, Italy, and France. Flood. A flood is an overflow of water that submerges land that is usually dry. The three most common flood types are river floods, coastal floods, and flash floods. Wildfire. A wildfire is an unplanned, unwanted, uncontrolled fire in an area of combustible vegetation that occurs in the countryside or rural areas. Wildfires are common in California, Siberia, Australia. Causes of wildfires include drought, lightning, and volcanic eruption. Drought. A drought is defined as a period of abnormally dry weather sufficiently prolonged for the lack of water to cause serious hydrologic imbalance in the affected area. Winter storm. A winter storm is a weather event where the precipitation is mainly snow, sleet, or freezing rain, often coupled with strong winds and below freezing temperatures. Winter storm can be dangerous. Earthquake. An earthquake is the shaking and vibration of the Earth's crust due to the movement of the Earth's plates. Over the centuries, earthquakes have been responsible for millions of deaths and damage to property. Depending on their intensity, they trigger landslides, tsunamis, and volcanoes. Tsunami. A tsunami is a series of waves in a body of water caused by the displacement of a large volume of water, generally in an ocean or a large lake. Earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, and other underwater explosions above or below water all have the potential to generate a tsunami. Volcano eruption. A volcanic eruption is when lava and gas are released from a volcano, sometimes explosively. The most dangerous type of eruption is called the glowing avalanche, which is when freshly erupted magma flows down the sides of a volcano. Landslide. It is defined as the movement of a mass of rock, debris, or earth down a slope. Earthquake shaking and other factors can also induce landslides underwater. So, there you have it, the different types of natural disasters. Perhaps many of you experience one, two, or more of these natural disasters. Now, let me show you the natural disasters we experience here in our country. Typhoon. Our country is geographically located along the Pacific region near the equator. That's why it is prone to tropical cyclones and storms. If you look at the globe or a map, you'll see our big neighbor which lies next to us, the biggest ocean in the world, the Pacific Ocean. More than 20 typhoons that bring flooding and landslides take place every year from June to November, which are typically destructive to both infrastructure and human life. Typhoon Haiyan, known in the Philippines as Super Typhoon Yolanda, was one of the most powerful and deadliest typhoons on record, killing at least 6,300 people. It hit the country in November 2013. Earthquake. Our country is within the volcanic region known as Pacific Ring of Fire. So the location also makes it vulnerable to other natural disasters like frequent earthquakes, volcanic eruptions, as well as tsunamis, sea level rise, storm surges, landslides, flooding, and drought. With a 7.9 magnitude and almost 3,000 casualties, Mindanao earthquake is officially the strongest and deadliest earthquake in Philippine history. Few minutes after the Mindanao earthquake, the tsunami, which was 3 to 4 waves towering to as high as 9 meters, came crashing down to the 700-kilometer coastline of Sultan Kudarat, leaving the place in total destruction. The Pinatubo eruption is considered to be the most powerful volcanic eruption of the 20th century. Mount Pinatubo is one of those volcanoes that erupt once every several thousand years. It erupted in circa 15,000 BC, then in 7,000 BC, 3,000 BC, 300 BC, 1500s, and 1991. Every eruption was a world-shattering event. The most severe droughts the country experienced over the last several decades occurred during the strong El Niño events of 1982, 83, 1986, 87, and 1997, 98. The worst affected areas were Mindanao and the Visayas regions. Now that you have learned about natural disasters, I have an activity for you. Please write a journal narrating your personal experience of a natural disaster. That's it for today, guys. I would love to know what you think about today's lesson. Leave a comment down below. Thank you for watching. Bye!